What's happening, people? It's your boy, Brother Winston, with another video. If you like my content, make sure to follow this page. Now, today we're talking about Roda Bashe, okay, the woman behind me who has this Gofund Me. This is the woman who was supposedly hit by a brick. Supposedly, which means supposedly. I say supposedly because the reality is she ain't get hit with no brick at all. That was a whole big old lie. The whole thing is an infinity scam. The whole thing is a trick. It's another Carly Russell, now brought upon the black community by this Somalian woman. Okay, the whole thing is a lie. You may say, well, how you gonna say it's a lie? She was hit with a brick. No, she was not hit with a brick. Okay, I'm just going to have to tell you that. Let me pull up this picture right here right quick, and I'll get into it. This is from Roda Bashe's Instagram page. Okay, I would advise you to check her Instagram page out if you want to look into this woman. All right. When I heard about this story, that's one of the first things that I actually did was look at her Instagram page. All right, not because I didn't believe her. I actually did believe her. Okay, I actually believe what she was saying. When I looked at her page, I started seeing a lot of weird things. I started noticing that she was involved in a lot of other situations where she was supposedly beat up. She had a story where she was supposedly beat up by some security guards, and she was on line saying, "Oh, they hit me in the face. Look at my injuries. I don't know how people do this to me. I'm just a good person. I'm 30 years old." And she always tells you her age. Also, she always gives you just enough information so you'll be ready to give to her GoFundMe. She had another incident where she was at Dollar Tree. And at Dollar Tree, she's saying, or some dollar store, right? And she's like, "Oh, you know, these people did a racism against me." She literally says they did a racism, okay? They did a racism against me, and I'm going to sue, all right? And then she makes like $4,000 for another GoFundMe, all right? I know, sad to say, women just like her in real life, okay? She did a woman that was kind of like this, and people try to tell me to stay away from her, but she was very attractive, and I learned the hard way, okay? Not to say that everyone's the same, because they're not. But I'm going to tell you right now, this woman is running a scam on folks for sure. All right. Let's look at the evidence. Well, the people that own the club that she was outside of, they said, we looked at the camera footage, and there's no footage at all of a man throwing anything at her. It's all imaginary. All right. She supposedly was hit with a brick, but where's the brick at? Disappeared in thin air. Supposedly the guy was able to get away so fast she was unable to film him. But she did have time to film the guys who are around. If you listen to the video where she's saying, "These men want to help me, X, Y, Z. Black men aren't going to stand up for black women." Even though she's of the Somali community. All right. She, you notice someone in the background says, "We weren't even there." You hear someone saying, "We weren't even there." All right. Then some of those guys have their own videos online where they're saying, "Look, we called the cops to help her." All right. Did she come out and apologize to them? No. No, she does not. The video behind me where it says Trevor Noah is a B, fight me, is a video she put up on her Instagram page where she was accused of Trevor Noah of trying to help black women in the U.S., but doing it too late. All right, because I guess he was leaving the show or something like that, and she was saying, "You're doing it too late. We don't need your help." And then she started to say, "Trevor Noah, you should have put me on." She said something like, "I was trying to get on your sister's show, and I applied 3 times, and I wasn't let on, and I feel like they tried to steal my ideas and this and that." And she's tagging Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah can't control that. All right, even what she was saying was true. But the reality is that she seems like she's the person trying to break into Hollywood. All right, she does a lot of videos, you know, trying to become viral. There's nothing wrong with trying to become viral. All right, you can make money going viral, so there's nothing wrong with that. But the way that she's going about doing this is by any means necessary. By any means possible. Okay? I don't care how I get famous. I just want to get famous. If I have to throw black men under the bus, I'm going to do that. If I have to create a fictional story of me being hit with a brick, I'm going to do that. Okay? If you look at the picture of her supposedly being hit with a brick, let me click that real quick. First, I got to say this, okay? In my opinion, you notice how, like, if you look at her videos, right, the ones she's done in the past, she's always just, like, crying. It's like, she's always crying, okay? Once again, I'm laughing because I believe this is an absolute hoax. She's always putting on Academy Oscar-winning performance, all right? And she actually says the exact same thing each incident. She says her age. She always says how old she is. And then she says, "I don't know why this happens to me. I didn't do anything to anyone wrong. I don't know why people keep on hurting me," okay? To basically make people feel sorry for her. And then she lets you know she has to GoFundMe. As you can see in this picture, she's going like this, pointing at the side of her face because she supposedly was hit with a brick, all right? And her face swelled up, all right? But there's evidence to show that in actuality, she injected herself with saline solution. That's the reason why. Now, mind you, from what I've heard, she has a job where she works in the medical field where she has access to those type of things, okay? So she basically injects it into her face, all right? And then comes out and says, "Look, I was hit with a brick." when there's no evidence of that at all, except for what she said. All right, mind you, this is a woman that has a past of running things like this before, so it's not like this is the first time. There's a history of this. Okay, so there's a reason for us to feel skeptical of what she's saying. All right, she's pointing to her face. There's no scar on her face at all, but she was hit with a brick. There's no blood on her face at all, but she was hit with a brick. There's not even a scratch on her face, and she was hit with a brick. The most abrasive thing you could be hit by is a brick outside of Wolverine scratching you on the face. Okay, but somehow she comes out totally clean. And as I said on my live earlier today, you wonder why she didn't come out after this incident days later and say, hey guys, I want to thank you all for giving to my GoFundMe. You want to know why she has not come out in a video and done that yet? I'm going to tell you why. It's because if she would have done that, people would have seen her face went back to normal because she got that saline solution pulled out of her face. All right. And people would have said, how did your face go back to normal so fast? How come there's no scar? All right. She doesn't want people to see that because it's all fake. It's all a hoax. All right. And that's why you don't see her anywhere. But what she is doing is she's paying attention to that money y'all give to the GoFundMe. She's attending to that money right now and counting it. She don't have time to talk to y'all. She's too busy counting that money. All right. And that's the reality situation, okay? The reality is this. It's our job as a black community to stand up to people like this and say, con artists, people that are hucksters, as people call them, people that are running scams like this, and this is an affinity scam using black women to make black women empathize for her. Even though she's a Somalian woman, she used black women to empathize for her to spread her false story and then attack black men, okay, and by saying black men are not going to stand up for you and this and that. That's an absolute lie. The minority of black men are the ones that are going to stand by as a black woman is being assaulted, but most black men are going to stand and do something, okay? That's the majority of us. But she said, listen, I'm going to go pull that card, that way I can get this money, and she got it. You may hate me in the comments, but when it comes to find out that everything I'm saying is true, that she was lying, which you should obviously be able to see by her past, don't get mad at me. But get mad at yourself. And if you've been accused of black men, you should say, I'm sorry. Okay? That's just the truth. Thank you guys for watching. I'm out. Peace.